hour around Boise, Mountain Home 4 miles an hour. But that's going to change. We have a wind advisory in effect from 9 p.m. Actually, that should say it's 11 a.m. until 9 p.m., if I read that right. Gusts to 45 miles an hour possible. Now, the Ada Canyon County line is where the upper Treasure Valley starts. And that way, from Ada Canyon County line all the way through Mountain Home into the Magic Valley, we've got those winds that will be howling during the afternoon. Now, it'll take a little while for them to catch up. So early morning showers are likely. Here comes the front that will be bringing that moisture in. Overnight tonight, the rain already beginning to pick up in the mountains. It'll turn to snow in some locations. So after midnight tonight, a chance for showers in the Treasure Valley all the way till about 8:15 or so in Boise, 8:30. That's when we have the chance of those showers to wrap on up. So you see that brief shower I have there, but remember, if you're getting up at 9 o'clock and it's not raining, it's not going to rain. We'll get a lot of sunshine, but the wind will really be howling, and only 53. That's almost 10 degrees cooler with wind. That'll make it feel a little bit less pleasant, so we say.
It's the wind. If we could get rid of the wind this spring.
It really is. You know, coming in tonight, there's some dark clouds out there already.
Yeah, skies are darkening. By the way, the way you get rid of the wind is you go inside.
There you go.
Good tip on a Friday.
All right.
Thank you, Scott.
Speaking of that, take a close look around just about any Boise neighborhood these days. You won't see the for sale signs out for too long.
No, not at all. Real estate agents say a lot of people from out of state are scooping up local homes. Jennifer Awe talked to the experts and joins us with tonight's big story.
Michelle Rowland, experts say it's a strong sign that the Boise housing market is looking up. Tax incentives and more affordable homes attract buyers from out of state. However, buyers say the main reason for moving to Boise is because the people here are nice.
Sales in the Boise area are red hot right now.
Experts say right now, 1 out of every 5 out-of-state residents moving to Boise are from the Golden State.
The tax structure keeps changing in California, and it's making many families nervous.
Meet Michael and Carrie Reed from Pasadena, California. They're temporarily renting out a place and are set to move into their new home in Boise next month.
We had some friends of ours that came to just take a look around the area, and they had a 3-bedroom condo for 2 of them. They said, why don't you guys come? You know, so on a fluke, we came back. We fell in love.
The Reed family says they were just drawn to Idaho.
The tax incentives for moving here, it's not so much, obviously, the great beauty and the wonderful outdoors. It's all of that combined.
Yeah.
But the biggest factor of all, the fact that the Boise people are just so nice.
People who will say to you, how are you doing today? And they really mean it. And it's not just a phrase to pass the time of day or just some cliche that they throw off flippantly.
In 2011, more than 12,000 people moved to the Treasure Valley, and last year almost 15,000.
Less than 200,000 are seeing the biggest jump in what they can sell for. Homes that are priced, you know, let's say 400,000 and up. Not as much change yet, but we see increased activity.
So does that mean we're looking at another housing bubble? While some do believe housing prices are increasing a little too fast for comfort, experts we talked to don't believe it's another bubble. Instead, they say the housing market still has more room to grow. Live in the studio, I'm Jennifer Awe, Fox 9 on your side.
Some may consider them pranks, but they're very serious, and bomb threats are costing local police and school districts time and money. 2 more unfounded bomb threats occurred today in the Treasure Valley. Local police are saying the recurring events are putting people in our communities at risk by wasting needed police resources on fake emergencies.
The thing they're doing, they may consider a joke, could cost somebody else their life, literally, because we're so far away if something happened across town.
As for the monetary cost to taxpayers, well, that number won't really be known until the events are over and the budgets can be examined. But with multiple police agencies being tied up and, of course, schools getting delayed, that number grows with each threat.
Police are asking for your help tonight in finding a missing man. They say Dwayne Siebtang was last seen yesterday. And officers don't believe foul play was involved, but they want to find him because he suffers from a brain injury. He has diminished mental capacity and doesn't have his medication with him. If you've seen him, be sure to call Boise Police.
There have already been 4 car-train collisions in Idaho this year, and 1 was deadly. Officer on a Train is a program that wants to put the brakes on those numbers. Mike Vogel rode along the rails today to see it in action.
We set up our camera at the Milwaukee Railroad crossing. Within a few minutes, an SUV stops right on the tracks. because other cars in front of him are stopped at the light.
What the guy doesn't realize is that the individual in front of him and the individual behind him, they don't care what's going on the tracks. Where he's stopped, it's a violation. Tracks, period. You cannot stop.
Next, a semi pulls across the tracks and miscalculates the distance, leaving his trailer smack in the middle of the tracks. Moments later, a train approaches the crossing. Even with the lights going and horn blaring, two drivers dart across the tracks, and a Volvo who is across the white line decides to back up. It's behavior like that police want to put a stop to.
Correct bad driving habits of running through red lights, going through stop arms, and not yielding for trains like they're supposed to.
That's why Idaho State Police started working with Operation Lifesaver to come up with Officer on a Train. A trooper keeps an eye on the tracks ahead. If he sees a violation,
it's that minivan right ahead of you, kind of ahead of the SUV that's in front of you.
He radios ahead to a patrol car or motorcycle cop, and they write the tickets or dish out a warning. But more important than writing a ticket is the message.
You cannot stop on a railroad track, you know, and people just need to be educated about this kind of stuff. It could save their life.
Mike Vogel, Fox 9 on your side.
They actually only conduct Officer on a Train once a year. However, police have now chosen several roadway crossings that they're going to be paying extra attention to over the next year.
Over the next several weeks, 6,000 to 8,000 sheep and their guard dogs will get dropped off along scenic trails, sharing the land with bikers and hikers in the foothills. And if you're not careful, that leisurely hike or bike ride could turn dangerous. The Idaho Rangeland Commission says if you come across a herd of sheep and their dogs, don't panic and simply interact with them to stay safe.
As you move into the sheep, there are two Great Pyrenees guard dogs that are protecting the sheep from coyotes and other predators. And so it's important for people just keep their pets leashed, and then those guard dogs won't be excited and that they won't see those pets as a threat to the sheep.
Yeah, if the guard dogs see other dogs roaming free, they will treat those dogs like predators trying to attack the sheep.
Well, you may have noticed all that construction that's going on Chinden Boulevard. It's right adjacent to Spurwing Country Club.
Oh, yeah, I drive by it every day. And a viewer emailed the On Your Side newsroom asking us what's coming into that section of the valley. And Eric Fink is on your side tonight getting you the answers.
Yeah, Roland, Michelle, I checked it out, and the construction is due to Spurwing's expansion plans. The private club currently undergoing a makeover to include a new golf course and much more. Spurwing Country Club is in the middle of a $7 million expansion. No, it doesn't affect the club's sand traps with their pristine white sand. But drive by the club on Chinden Boulevard and this huge area of dirt, and these trucks no doubt catch your eye.
We do look at it as an opportunity to be one of the best private clubs in the Treasure Valley and possibly with some of our amenities that we're adding now, possibly even the entire state of Idaho.
The most anticipated part of the Spurwing expansion, the 9-hole challenge course, currently being built on the other side of the clubhouse. On each side of the 9-hole course, 23 homes going up, and the lots are currently for sale. This 9-hole offering gives players of all skill levels and those with time constraints for a full 18 the ability to come out, get a club in their hand, and practice.
Now, time's a little bit more important for a lot of people. They aren't the die-hard golfer. Kids have games you have to get to and stuff like that. So a course that's only 9 holes, it's located close, it's a little bit shorter, more conducive to walking.
In addition to the challenge course, Spurwing just opened its brand new driving range. And this new indoor practice facility, where golfers come to get swing analysis from the pros, is open to the public. The changes really excite veteran Spurwing member Matthew Restucci.
The new training facility and practice range is second to none, and it just makes members feel a sense of belonging to something that has really gone through such a great change and improvement.
Spurwing's added more than 200 members in just the past 2 years. And the building of this new 9-hole layout is not in response to the closing of Foxtail Golf Course just down the road earlier this year. John Thomas says the expansion was already underway before Foxtail shut down. Spurwing hopes to open the challenge course to its golfers in the spring of 2014. Live tonight, Eric Fink, Fox 9 on your side.
Coming up next on Fox 9 on your side tonight, as North Korea pushes the world to the brink of nuclear war, U.S. leaders seem to be at odds over how capable the communist nation is of accomplishing the feat.
And still ahead, conspiracy theorists. Well, you don't want to miss this one. It's a top secret spy facility based in Utah. But just who will it be spying on?
Roland Ferris, Michelle Edmonds, Chief Meteorologist Scott Dorval, Sports with Paul Gerke. This is Fox 9 on your side at 9.
Weather is brought to you by Steve's Hometown Toyota. Try Steve's Hometown Toyota in Ontario.
In Idaho in 1805, Lewis and Clark, with their Corps of Discovery, first crossed the Continental Divide. They came to chart the course of our nation. At Lemhi Pass, they first saw the great mountain ranges that lay to the west, made first contact with our native tribes, and drank from the headwaters of the Columbia. Lewis and Clark saw the promise of the future in our young country. It was westward, over the horizon.
Produced and sponsored by the stations of Journal Broadcast Group, Idaho.
You don't have to dress like a cowboy to be a part of the rodeo. See all the PBR action at the Idaho Center April 26th and 27th and win tickets by listening to The Morning After on 100.3 The X.
We're celebrating spring at Moore with guaranteed low prices and even lower monthly payments. New furniture has never been easier to buy. Moore has lowered monthly payments by more than half on over 100 living rooms, bedrooms, and dining rooms, which means payments can be as low as $25 a month. There's no money down and 0% financing until 2017 on every group. Now, it costs much less to buy new furniture at Moore Furniture for Less.
And tax day?
Yeah, I'm so glad, though, that it's happy hour all day at Sonic.
That's like W2 nice for words.
Your drink is so big, you can claim it as a dependent.
Half-price teas, slushes, and drinks all day on tax day. This is how you Sonic.
You're watching Fox 9 on your side at 9.
John Kerry is in Asia tonight. It is his first trip to the region since being named Secretary of State.
And with North Korea's blustering and saber rattling, it's quite the time for the United States' top diplomat to make a visit. It's our top story right now in the world. Most of the developments today surrounding North Korea involved members of the United States government working to get their facts straight. One issue, just how capable is North Korea of launching a nuclear warhead? There have been a number of different reports, some of which conflict previous reports. And the confusion comes while North Korea says it could launch a missile at any moment. So just what is their readiness level? Well, here are a few possibilities.
First of all, I want to be clear that North Korea has not demonstrated the capability to deploy a nuclear-armed missile.
The North currently has nuclear weapons capable of delivery by ballistic missiles. However, the reliability will be low.
They have conducted a nuclear test. So there's some kind of device. But that is very different from miniaturization.
So Kerry testifies before Congress for the first time since his appointment to Secretary of State next week. You can bet the House Foreign Affairs Committee will have plenty of questions about United States foreign policy when it comes to North Korea.
And one of North Korea's tools in its fight with the rest of the world is, of course, propaganda. And to outsiders, the programming on North Korean television often seems unbelievable, even comical.
Yeah, true. But for those who live there, it is brutally efficient and means of brainwashing by the state. CNN's Kyung La talked with a woman who escaped North Korea a decade ago.
Bizarre. Over the top. Welcome to the one and only television channel available in North Korea, Korean Central Television, KCTV. To the outside world, the state-run images run from the weird and ridiculous to unbelievable and outlandish propaganda. But look what happens as Chae Young-hee watches KCTV.
말 그대로 하나님이에요.
Their God, she says, referring to North Korea's trinity, Kim Jong-un, his father and grandfather. But how can people think of him as a god?
예, 그렇게 돼 있어요.
That's what you're taught since birth, says this defector who escaped North Korea 10 years ago fleeing the brutal regime. She says, it's been a long time since I last saw this, and I feel
막 나도 이제 막 그 흥분되고 막 이렇게
I'm getting emotional. I don't know how to express this.
예.
This is not a lie. This is not an act. It's real. If anything happens, North Koreans will give up their lives. They will even jump into a fire.
So this is very powerful. Even though you left 10 years ago, this still has power over you.
네.
We watch a children's show that Che finally remembers, the good North Korean cat defeating the South Korean rat.
이거 아직도 있네요.
개인 복수전이 아니요.
And a war film that depicts the North Koreans defeating Americans. But if there's a revelation for this woman who fled North Korea so long ago, it's this.
You didn't know Kim Jong-un. Do you feel the same love and devotion to him that you felt to Kim Jong-il just by watching this television?
네, 똑같아요. 그리고
Yes, I feel the same. He looks like Kim Il-sung. He looks exactly like his grandfather. He's the same. He's doing exactly what his grandfather and his father did. The power of propaganda on a people, the power of a regime. Kyung-la, CNN, Seoul.
In this current age of the internet and the ever-present technology, there are a lot of concerns about the possibility of Big Brother keeping an eye on all of us.
Fox News has uncovered a secretive government spy center that whistleblowers fear could turn into what George Orwell described in 1984. Catherine Herridge reports on the findings of an 8-month investigation.
Bluffdale, Utah, 25 miles due south of Salt Lake City, a massive construction project is nearing completion. The heavily secured site belongs to the National Security Agency. The locals call it the Spy Center. The NSA says the Utah Data Center is a facility that will have a major focus on cybersecurity. The agency will neither confirm nor deny specifics. Some published reports suggest it could hold 5 zettabytes of data, and some critics allege it could collect and store data on Americans. 1 zettabyte is the equivalent of 62 billion iPhones. Stacked up, that would stretch from the Earth to the moon. We asked the man in charge of the agency about it.
Will the Utah Data Center hold the data of American citizens?
No. We don't hold data on U.S. citizens, people there at NSA. They take protecting your civil liberties and privacy is the most important thing that they do.
We weren't given access to the Utah facility, but we could see it from the sky.
Right now we're 500 feet over the Utah Data Center. The NSA says we need it to help keep the country safe, but critics say that concrete box in the foothills of the Salt Lake Valley is front and center in the debate over liberty, security, and privacy.
Raises the most serious questions about the vast amount of data that could be kept in one place from many, many different sources.
NSA whistleblower Tom Drake says Americans should be concerned about letting the government go too far in the name of security.
The only way you can have perfect security is have a perfect surveillance state. That's George Orwell. That's 1984. That's what that would look like.
Fellow NSA whistleblower Bill Binney says it's about the possibility that this data could be abused.
That's the real danger because it's really a turnkey situation where it can be turned quickly and become a totalitarian state pretty quickly. The capacity to do that is being set up.
A senior NSA official told Fox the agency has strict rules for collecting, analyzing, and retaining information. But the NSA can't discuss those rules because they say they are classified. Critics say it's a lot of trust to put in the government. In Washington, Catherine Herridge, Fox News.
Coming up next on Fox 9, we are back at the Weather Center. Scott's working on his weekend on your side forecast.
Next 2.5 Men.
Do you think I've been a good role model?
Are you kidding? You drink, you gamble. You have different women here practically every night. You're the best role model a guy could want.
Next 2.5 Men. Weeknights at 10 on Fox 9.
Ever since the Idaho Lottery announced this Idaho-only draw game weekly grand, security's been tight.
Unknown jogger on your 20.
Hey boys, look sharp. Here comes the mail. Weekly grand, where the winners keep on winning.
Weekly Grant, the unique draw game from the Idaho Lottery. Match 5 numbers, and we'll deliver $1,000 a week for a full year right to your home. That's $52K. And the lottery covers the tax.
Okay, boys, move out. We have another winner.
Your Southern Idaho Honda dealer is on it during the really big spring event. Visit your local Southern Idaho Honda dealer today for special lease offers that are on it. We're on it with a lease on a new 2013 Civic LX for just $169 per month for 36 months. We're on it with a lease on a 2013 Accord CVT LX for only $219 per month for 36 months. Visit the guys who are on it during the really big spring event. Your Southern Idaho Honda dealers. We're on it. Visit your local dealer today.
A whiskey, oh, Johnny, oh, rise up from down below. Whiskey, 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 oh, up aloft the yard must go. John, rise her up from down below.
The Jim Beam Bourbon Burger, only at Carl's Jr.
The facts are there on the table. Milk is essential for kids. It's not, should they have it? They must have it. It's a great nutritional value. And the thing is, it tastes good. It has so many gifts that it gives to a kid, like it does my athlete. You don't have to get too complicated. It's pretty simple. It has what you need. There's nothing easier and nothing better than milk.
For Emmy Award-winning news coverage, watch Fox 9 On Your Side at 9. Now the On Your Side forecast with Chief Meteorologist Scott Dorval.
Well, we did get into the 60s today. This will be the last time for almost a week, well, about 5 days or so, as those temperatures will be dropping. We're going to be falling back down into the 50s over the weekend here, and I'm going to show you in a second what the 3-day guarantee was. Get the computer back up and running here. 64 is what I'd said. We did hit 62 for that high temperature today. So miles, it felt pretty good when the sun was shining, but it got cooler this evening, that's for sure, when the cloud cover came in. The wind is going to pick up tomorrow. With that, the pollen count will go up as well. It's high at 142 from the Boise Valley Asthma and Allergy Clinic. At 142, it'll probably shoot into the extreme category, or at least there'll be a lot more pollen blowing around in the air over the next few days as those winds kick in. Had some mild weather come in from the southwest, so there's the 62 today, but see all this cool weather to the north, it's going to come right back down, and it'll be a fine line. Salt Lake will be in the 60s tomorrow, but yet drop to 49 for the day on Sundays. That cool weather begins to sag on down towards the south. So right now, this is ground clutter by the radar, not picking up precipitation, but this could be a shower of the clouds here, western Canyon County. And definitely here, some isolated sprinkles beginning to show up now in light showers, and we'll start to see that area increase. It's moving into the west central of Boise Mountains too. No radar coverage here, but we're getting sun pushing on through Deadwood Reservoir and eastern portions of Valley County, Warm Lake, seeing a shower nearby. That'll increase and then turn to some rain overnight as these temperatures drop, but most all the activity will be at night for the valley, and then end about 8:30 in the morning or so right around here, and then sagging to the south the following hour. Right now, winds are calm, as I mentioned, up in Ontario and light, but there's strong winds coming with that wind advisory in effect from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Upper Treasure Valley, that's Ada County and southern Elmore County into the Magic Valley. Winds gusting up to 45 miles an hour after this front comes through, and this will come through late morning, and the winds will really kick in. It'll be getting breezy as the front comes through at 11 o'clock, but we're talking about gusty winds during the afternoon, so that front swings on through. All that moisture tracks on through overnight tonight. So there's the gesture, the dividing line by some pretty cool air to the north and some warm air to the south. This is a pretty high contrast line right here, and that line will sag to the south. Gesture's got a lot of wind, and the energy when the rain starts to fall, you start to draw down some of that energy to the ground, so that's why you can get some of the gusty winds around as well. So here's the futurecast showing what happens. I wanted to stop it at 4 o'clock in the morning, kind of at the height of what's going on around the region, and that's snow in the mountains. Look at this light, moderate to heavy snow, bursts of snow pushing through the mountains. Some of the higher elevations above 6,000 feet could get several inches of snow out of this as it moves through. 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 inches of snow. Some of the higher peaks could get more than that as this moves through. Here's the rain falling in the valley at 4 o'clock in the morning. We push it ahead to 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's south of Boise, and it's just about ready to clear Mountain Home. So 8:30 or so, we may see that clearing line coming through Boise. So the rain, you say, yeah, it's going to rain tomorrow. There's a chance for rain, but it's before 8:30 in the morning. So most of the day, we get into this weather right here, partly cloudy to mostly sunny, but a strong wind blowing through the valley and the mountains. The clouds will hang around and we'll get snow flurries. Same story on Sunday, still a couple lingering snow flurries in the mountains, and then breezes coming through from the northwest. Not as strong on Sunday, but temperatures are going to be chilly, and the Monday, no difference. mountain snow showers, and chilly temperatures. So there's the cold weather Saturday. Look at Salt Lake at 68, 64 at Elko. Push us ahead to Sunday. This sags to the south, and these 60s turn into 40s. And so that cold air is settling on in across the northwest, and it'll stick around to the middle part of the week. Wind speeds are going to be going crazy as well, and I didn't stop this. I had the computer updated, but some strong winds tomorrow, but then lighter winds. Even on Monday, here's that breeze coming right back in. So the forecast map shows that cold front I showed you to the north and west through the region by midday tomorrow. And so during the day Saturday, the brisk winds will be blowing, and that will drop the jet stream to the south. And this is all cold air north of the jet stream coming right on in, and you will notice it. Treasure Valley forecast for tomorrow. Rain showers tomorrow morning till about 8:30 in this region here. Earlier it ends to the west. A little later near Mountain Home. Only in the 50s tomorrow. Northwest winds 20 to as high as 40 miles an hour, maybe even gusts to 45 in the early afternoon. So very windy. Snow showers lingering in the mountains. Some snow overnight tonight could even coat the ground, maybe an inch in the McCall area. Kind of crazy this time of year to get that, but it's not too out of the ordinary. So snow showers in the mountains will linger. But you look at my on your side extended forecast, we stay windy at 53. The winds are lighter Sunday, but only 51 and a low of 31. So a cold day Sunday. There could be a couple of snow flurries around. I don't think we'll see them in the valley. There'll be a lot of sunshine all the way through the week, starting tomorrow at about 10 o'clock in the morning. A lot of sunshine all the way through, but the temperatures are chilly and the breeze is up. That'll make it feel cold. Gets nice, pleasant, and mild on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And so we have to wait all the way to next Wednesday so we really start to see that change coming in. But if we can get rid of the breeze even on Tuesday, that'll help. But the wind comes in for tomorrow. A lot of sporting events going on outside. Yes. Afternoon ones will be windy. Only the early morning ones will get any rain.
It helps in baseball. Because if it's, you know, the wind's going
the wind
out.
is blowing out.
Take the ball right out.
A few home runs.
You got it.
Okay, thanks, guys. Coming up next on Fox 9 On Your Side, you can find them in at least some new cars, but a law passed in 2008 says they should be in all of them. What's the holdup?
Internet just got in a huge shipment of 2011 Mitsubishi Endeavor all-wheel drives, and they're all priced at $17,988. Pick your color, pick your payment. Plus, get finance rates as low as 1.15%. Why pay the difference if you can't tell the difference? At Internet Auto Rent and Sale.
Creating the home of your dreams is easy at RC Willey, and now it's more affordable than ever. Check out these offers.
Now is the time to shop and save because Friday, Saturday, and Monday you'll receive an instant discount equal to sales tax. Save store-wide on furniture, mattresses, appliances, electronics, and flooring. View all specials online. Plus, no down and no interest for 18 months. Hurry, our tax relief offer ends Monday. Only at RC Willey, where it's your home, your way.
You're protected in the sun, you're protected when it rains, you're protected on the run and in every terrain. 'Cause our blue hat is more than that. You've got every reason to be blue.
Blue Cross of Idaho's got you covered. With the best choice of doctors and plans, you can trust us when you're looking for coverage that fits.
And everywhere you go, care and quality, you know you've got every reason to be blue.
Internet just got in a shipment of 2012 Hyundai Sonatas, and they're all priced at $17,488 while they last. Pick your color, pick your payment. Plus, get finance rates as low as 1.15%. Why pay the difference if you can't tell the difference? At Internet Auto Rent and Sale.
Fresh, bright, beautiful Shaw floors. Save now on the floors you'll love, up to $500. Beautiful Shaw floors at big savings. But hurry, sale ends soon.
The more you buy, the more you save at Nampa Floors and Interiors. And with your purchase, get a free Bronco Get Floored t-shirt. Shaw Floors, beautiful, durable floors for less at all 3 Treasure Valley showrooms. Nampa Floors and Interiors.
Howard Wolowitz. Cool. Redefined.
Every year, more than 200 people are killed, thousands injured by drivers who are backing up their vehicles.
It's so unfortunate. In 2008, Congress took action, but today, 5 years later, that action is stuck in neutral. Tori Dunnan explains.
It's awful. Every day, still. It's 3 years today, and it's still awful every single day.
Brandy and Michael Dolan's daughter, Abigail, should be turning 5 years old. But in 2010, a teenage neighbor accidentally backed over her when she chased a ball into his driveway. The little girl died at the hospital.
I felt like someone opened a tap on my toes, and all of my life just drained out of me into my feet, into a puddle on the floor. I mean, just this complete numbness and darkness. It was the most awful thing I could ever imagine.
Over time, the Dollins have forgiven their neighbor, but their frustration with Washington is mounting. In 2008, Congress passed a law requiring new cars have rear-mounted video cameras. It gave the Transportation Department until 2011 to come up with the rule. This technology is becoming more readily available. It's pretty simple. Once you put the car into reverse, the camera image pops up on the center console, allowing you to see small objects or children that you may not have otherwise seen. But the government's camera mandate is 2 years overdue.
It affects you, it changes you.
So the Dollins joined other families in D.C. this week to demand action.
Every day of delay is outrageous, and we hope that our message is heard today in Detroit and in the White House.
The Transportation Department declined an interview, but says it remains committed to improving rear-view visibility for the nation's automobiles, and said the rule remains under review. While the DOT works on the rule, some car companies are taking it to the next level.
And can apply the brakes even before you do.
For the Dollins, cameras shouldn't be optional.
Do you think what happened to your daughter could have been avoided?
Yes, if he had had a camera, yes, Abigail would still be here.
The Dollins' oldest son is also trying to educate the public. For an Eagle Scout project, he asked people to walk from the back of their cars to measure the blind spots. His mother said the size of the area shocked most everyone. Tori Dunnan, CNN, Washington.
That is the thing that freaks me out the most getting out of my driveway in my subdivision.
Especially in an SUV, right?
Sure, in an SUV.
Tall
and
SUV.
During the summertime when people are out and about, kids.
And that advertisement shows it really well. It takes a second for a kid to walk in front there, so always watch out. And we're going to be back with more Fox 9 on your side. Also, Scott's Weather Whiz Kid. Right after this.
People's Furniture. We're homegrown and locally owned. Think outside the box and check us out.
Hey, Alan! I'm Common Sense! What is this?
It's my internet accelerator! I'm trying to speed up my slow internet connection from the phone company!
Why not just get Cable One high-speed internet? It's the fastest internet for the best streaming. It's just common sense.
So, all the speed I need.
Cable One. It's just common sense.
Introducing McDonald's new Premium McWrap. One bite is like no bite you've ever tasted before. The new Premium McWrap. In 3 mind-blowing flavors. It's a whole new way to love McDonald's.
Wrap your taste buds around the new Premium McWrap at McDonald's for just $2. April 8th through 14th.
All right, people, on your feet. Check out the Elantra at your local Hyundai dealer. During the Let's Go sales event, get up to $1,500 Go Cash on any new Elantra. ALG's highest residual value award winner 3 years in a row. Get a move on to your Hyundai dealer.
For a limited time, get an Elantra with up to $1,500 Go Cash or pay just $139 a month. Go to your Bronco Motors Hyundai dealers today. Minutes from anywhere in the valley.
This spring, we're celebrating guaranteed low prices and payments as low as $25 a month.
We've lowered monthly payments by more than half on most sofa and love seat sets, bedrooms, and dining rooms.
Each of these furniture sets is just $25 a month.
0% financing until 2017 with no money down on these furniture sets. It's never been this easy to buy. 100 sets as low as $25 a month.
Now it costs much less to buy furniture. Add more. Furniture for less.
I think it'd be fun if we told the news using models. Like we could build little contraptions and
it takes us long enough as it is to do this.
The kids get to do it for Weather Whiz Kids, and I think
That's
it's
true.
so fun,
Yeah, it would
Scott,
be
what
fun.
they've been doing.
It has been. The kids are real interactive, and it's just been a great experience. We went to Valley View Elementary last week and talked to a whole bunch of kids who we've been showing these projects, and we'll do this for the rest of this week, okay, today, and then into next week as well, and we'll continue with talking about all different topics in weather. Another question here and a project regarding lightning.
My name's Armand, and I go to Valley View Elementary.
Very nice. And what's your picture of?
Lightning, and how it forms. The negative, it's when the positive and negative charges connect.
And that makes the lightning flash?
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty powerful lightning bolt, isn't it? Is it hot? Do you know how hot it is? It's almost, I think, 30,000 degrees. Would that be a pretty hot day? So where do we normally see the lightning bolts coming from?
Clouds and ground.
Ground. And even some lightning bolts go from one cloud to another cloud. Anything else you want to talk about your lightning bolt? Well, that's a really nice job.
Oh my goodness.
That's great.
So cute.
The cutest kid. I tell you, what a great kid. He was so very nervous and excited at the same time. And so what a great project there. Talked about lightning, and you notice what he said. He said lightning comes from the cloud and from the ground. In fact, the channel opens up of electricity and lightning shoots up from the ground. You just don't see it with the naked eye. It's difficult to see it that quick. But again, another great project about lightning. The kids are learning all about not only severe weather, but there's some projects in it that are not just real weather. There's a lot of science around just kind of on the fringes of weather as well. So excellent work from all of the first and second graders at Valley View Elementary.
You staying with us?
Good grief.
The lightning.
The lightning, apparently.
Making you drift on off.
It is.
I was listening to your melodious voice.
Well, and we do have to give Scott a lot of credit, because fact is that in that video you can just see, Scott, you work really hard with these kids just to get it out of them and make sure that they're giving you what you want and that they're able to present their projects. Yes. So cute.
Some are more talkative than others, but there's some great, I'm telling you, there's a lot more great projects, so you'll want to tune in all week next week, and I'll be putting all of these on our website and our weather blog, as I have been with all of my weather questions. So we've got a great library there, lots of cute kids with some great information.
Loved it when his eyes went wide when you asked about the kids.
You got a little nervous, right?
I like it when your eyes go wide, too.
Actually open.
Sorry.
They could have told me in my ear, but no.
No, it's Friday.
It's a pretty scary thought. I'll leave it at that.